In this video, I'm going to provide an overview of collections and how to build and manage your own collections. To start, collections are just that, collection of content. Think of your blog as a collection where you have a blog and then content kind of branching off from the blog, but it's all collected under one category, which is your blog. We can add new collections for things like community pages or services or anything that you would want to house underneath one umbrella. So for example, if we wanted to create a new collection, you'll see this button at the bottom left-hand corner of your Curaytor platform where you'll be able to name your new collection. So let's say we wanted to have a collection about communities. We can create that collection, and then you'll see that adds a tab over on the left-hand content management area. From here, you'll see that the domain or the URL of this is going to have /communities. So that is going to have your, that's where all of the community pages will stem from. So let's say I added a new piece of content underneath this collection. You can I'll talk about categories here in a moment, but we can create that and then your website, your page templates will come up. So for ease of the video, I will start with a blank page, but know that you'll also be able to choose from any of our pages here in the templates. From here, I will say I want to talk about a specific community, and then we will click next where it will build the page. So from here, I can add whatever content I might want to the page. And then when my page is done, what I can do is say review and publish. And you can see here that now the URL is going to be yourdomain.com/communities/ in this case, Naples Park. From there, any other communities that you can create under this one collection. And then that way it all falls into one place. Now, when you have a collection, you also will have a collection or a page for this individual collection, kind of the hub where we would want to have all of the content flowing into, right? So you can have that, you can edit that page up at the very top. It'll kind of show you where that is located on your website. And this is just a kind of a basic page to get started with, a CTA object. But what we would also want to have is a related content object. And this is really just going to tell the website to pull in any additional pages within the collection or however we select that. So we can select, any of the options here. And then at the very bottom, when we have the object or the block selected here, you can scroll to the bottom right and you can see related content settings. Now from here, what we will see is pages, and you can go ahead and hand select the pages. And then you'll see all of the different pages that you have on the website, including the ones in your collection. And you would want to just select those and then go ahead and hit save. And you can also edit, the general style here of any of the community pages as well. The category is also available to further categorize the, so let's say I have North communities. Then that way, what I would have is you'll have an additional communities page that you can pull from. And then when you go to create a new piece of content, let's see, you'll have that community or that additional category to pull from. Now that's not necessary. That way, what I would have is you'll have an additional communities page that you can pull from. And then when you go to create a new piece of content, let's see, you'll have that community or that additional category to pull from. Now that's not necessary. And you can also rename and delete the collection by clicking over on the top right-hand corner in these three dots. So again, collections is really just a way to further categorize your content and be able to have a little bit more control of the domain and how all the content is housed.